Hi, Dr. Laura. Thank you for taking my call. I have kind of a
Thank you.
strange dilemma here. I'm a woman. I'm 70. I've been married for 37 years with my husband. We've had a tough time of it. We've managed to stay together, but, we've needed some support through counseling and such. But over the last year, my husband has basically come out with he's basically telling me that he really doesn't like our sex life, that it's too traditional, and that he's much more kinky, and he really would like to have much more exciting sex, and that he really wants to
Has
have a
he
girlfriend on the outside. And
made any recommendations outside of having an affair that the two of you could do that would be more exciting and kinky? What has he suggested?
So I have suggested, well, how about if I do some of these things? And his basic answer to me is like, it's not natural for you. It's not credible for him if he feels like I'd be acting a role and not really being what he's looking for. He wants the acknowledgement from another woman.
Are you going to say
You
yes
understand what I mean?
or no?
To that? Well, I'm sorry. I don't
Are you
understand.
going to say you're willing to stay married to him while he has sex outside of the marriage? Are you willing to do that?
So I don't know the answer. He actually hasn't.
Okay, then there's no point in our having a conversation if you don't have an opinion about that.
Okay, then let me think about it one more time.
That's okay. I'm right here. I'll wait.
Okay.
Let me ask it again.
There
Are you willing to stay married to a man who's having sex outside of the marriage?
I would say no.
Then you need to tell him it's a deal breaker, that you're willing. I mean, if for 38 years the two of you haven't done anything kinky, then it would be out of his nature also. So that was a silly thing for him to say. He doesn't care if you do the stuff. He's at a point in his life where he just wants to go out and play, and this is what he wants. This is why men go to a prostitute. You go to a prostitute or you masturbate to porn and you don't have to satisfy the woman.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, that he's openly admitted exactly what you said.
Then you have to decide if you wish to stay married to somebody thinking that and doing it. To me, this is the same as masturbating to porn.
Right. You mean at this point, being that he hasn't actually slept with anybody yet?
No, I mean because he doesn't want to satisfy a woman, he wants to be satisfied. Sort of like an S&M thing. He just wants it toward him.
Well, he's actually into S&M, and he wants to do that with another woman. He wants to have more aggressive,
You have about 25 more years to your life. Do you want to spend it with this jerk?
Oh, there's definitely other factors. He's really been a good husband, and he's, I could answer that in so many different ways. I guess the answer
Good
is
husbands.
I'm not sure.
Good husbands are not defined by the behavior you just described to me.
Okay.
But okay, basically it's up to you. It's your life, Diane.
Yeah. I really wanted to hear your reaction. I appreciate it because I'm very torn. I'm so torn about this.
Why are you torn?
Oh, gee. Well, because I don't know. I don't know how to explain it except that there are so many good reasons to have. If this weren't happening, I would love to be in this marriage. I know that's ridiculous. I know you always sing, if I wish upon a star, and essentially that's what I'm saying.
If is a four-letter word. Tell me why you wish to stay with a guy who doesn't want to he doesn't want to sexually fulfill you and make love. He wants sicko sex.
Well, he says he wants to make love to me, but he wants to have crazy sex with everybody else. That's what he's saying. He says he loves me, and when we have sex, he
Okay.
does it out of love.
I feel sorry for you that you're even debating this, but okay. All right. I suggest, though, that you take very, very good care of yourself with respect to the fact that he's going to bring home a sexually transmitted disease at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
The stats on sexually transmitted diseases in older people is climbing. So chances are you're going to get a disease. Just want you to know that.
Yeah. Okay. All righty.
And then you think he's going to be able to separate out the two, that he's going to want to make tender love to you, but get rocked by somebody else while you're waiting at home watching a movie.
Yes, I hear you. Yeah, and that's exactly, I mean, you're describing it perfectly. That's what's actually
Knowing
happening now,
that he's having sex hanging by a chandelier is going to make you horny the next time he wants to make love to you. Really?
All right.
Well, try it out. See if it works.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. I know this is confusing, and I must sound like an idiot to you, but...
It's not confusing to me, and it's not making you sound like an idiot. It's very typical of you women who are older and been married a long time that want to maintain the nest almost no matter what.
Right. Yep. Yeah, flying away from the nest at this point in life is, by choice is a big thing. It's a big, scary thing.
Yep.
Flying into the unknown, all alone. It's one thing if your husband passes or...
First of all, you're not alone. You have relatives and friends. You're not alone. You have your church. You have all sorts of things. You're never alone.
Yeah. Okay. I will try to take in your words. Right now, I'm going to take in your words. I'm going to listen to what you're saying.
What does that mean?
In other words, what you said hasn't sunk in, but it makes sense, and I need to think about it in order for it to sink in.
That makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm terribly sorry.
Thank you, Dr.
I'm terribly sorry that this is happening to you, that he's such a shit to do this to you at this time of life. Really creepy.
I know. We have...
Because none of those women he's going to hang from chandeliers and have sex upside down with, or what have you, with whips and chains, is going to care to be by his bedside when he's dying.
Right. Wow. That's a statement. Yeah. Okay.
Did you know he was into S&M when you were dating?
I knew he was into kinky stuff, like he wanted to have threesomes and things like that. Yes, I guess the answer would have to be yes.
So why did you marry him?
And we had our own,
knowing that would have to be part of your future.
Well, because I was dumb thinking that I was good enough. Like, we were having our own sex and enjoying it, and I don't know, I didn't realize it would come to this. I thought he would be satisfied with our marriage, but he's not. He's not. I wasn't enough for him in this department. He said I was...
That's like a woman marrying a sexual... that's like a woman marrying a serial killer saying, yeah, but I think when I marry him, he'll be happy at home.
Yeah, I know. I thought, well, when we start having children and we have a family, I was one of those idiots. I'm sorry. I was. And then once we start having children, then you stay in it because you have children to raise.
Okay, well, Good luck with this. You walked into it. You knew from day one this would be part of your future. You were in denial.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Well, that's why I do
Thank
this
you
on
so
radio,
much.
so other women getting ready to marry a guy who's into S&M won't think it's going to go away.
Right. Okay. Thanks again. I really appreciate your time.
Well, I hope you're going to call back and tell me how you dealt with it. I'd really like to know. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Going to take a break. Come right back.
Need an aha moment?
I need you to listen. Listen.
Give Dr. Laura a call.
Everything you do gives you some information, some perspective that you will use somewhere else. Very wisely said.